Welcome to Mystical Minds. I am your host, Jamie Girard, and today I will be reading an article from Danny Martin Girard. The work is within. There are many different causes for mental health challenges, but at the root of almost every mental illness is a lack of self-control. When we don't feel in control, we indulge in addictive behaviors, not only substance abuse, but our behavior and our emotions as well. We can be addicted to our emotions if we cannot stop them. An addiction can be described as anything that you feel has control and power over you. If I was to say all day long, this disease has control over me, what would I create and what would I act on? It's our thoughts that move us to action. If I was to say all day long, I want to eat a cheeseburger, what would happen eventually? This feeling of being out of control stems from a long, perpetuating set of beliefs that have in many cases been lingering for a long time. What we believe we expect at one point or another. What is OCD other than an overactive mind focused on obsessing over particular situation or event? Overcoming your mental health challenges is about discipline and retraining your mind into self-empowerment. It's remembering you created these thoughts from your misconceptions, environment, or others' opinions. Saying it's merely a chemical imbalance is stating that it's something outside of you creating the disorder. When we leave it to an outside source, we have no control and we're destined to a fate out of our control. The control we'll ever have is through our thoughts, words, and actions. Recovering is about creating a new set of beliefs and expectations. What creates anxiety other than your expectation of fears about your future? One of the best means of eliminating or reducing your anxiety is to be still. What is the opposite of anxiety or an overactive mind? Quieting your mind, relaxation, mindfulness, or meditation are a few examples, and there are many more. The more you apply relaxation practices and quiet your mind, the more you train your mind to be in a space of tranquility. Setting a time for a relaxation technique such as meditation can retrain your mind. Consistency is key. When we stop the practice, often we revert back to old ways of thinking because our mind needs persistence and discipline to be retrained. Nevertheless, you've been programming your mind for so long, sometimes it takes time to see progress. What is anxiety, depression, or manic depression other than belief you cannot control or manage the illness? If it was controlled or managed, would you always be having reoccurrences? There are physiological reasons for it, and biological reasons as well. However, the only control we have is our reaction to the illness, and the action is expressed through thought, word, and behavior. Mental illness doesn't have to be a reoccurring theme in your life. You can heal and you can manage your health challenges and not allow the illness to control you. Recovery requires a persistent determination to reprogram your mind into self-empowerment and discipline. Practice being at peace with life. Practice being optimistic and practice the art of letting go. Set the course. Speak to your challenge saying, "You're nothing but a belief or expectation, and I can change you now." There's a time to focus on the solution, but there's also a time to focus your energy in another positive direction. Give yourself a break every once in a while. Be your source of inspiration. Find things you're passionate about so you'll stop focusing on so much of your illness, and you'll feel a greater purpose as you discover your dreams and goals. Sometimes a fun or uplifting distraction is the best way to focus on a new chapter and create a new life for you. In doing so, you're focusing on something more productive than your addictive behaviors and emotions. You'll discover a balance of discipline and distraction from your problems is the means of recovery, one step at a time. Healing is always occurring as your body is constantly changing. Allow it to change gracefully and allow your soul to discover the wisdom that comes with age. Embrace the journey and appreciate the moments of change. Allow yourself to break free from the cage of confinement and allow yourself to break free from the cage of powerlessness, pessimism, and bitterness. Mental illness doesn't have to reoccur throughout a lifetime, and even if it does at times, you can practice and retrain your mind into self-empowerment and self-discipline. Practice, repetition, and balance is key to recovery and greater peace of mind. You'll discover the best means of letting go and retraining your mind is focusing on your potential and not your lack of self-control. Thank you so much, Danny G. That was powerful. I practice every day. I have to practice because I have mental illness. I've had mental illness my whole life, and since I've found spirituality, it's calmed down so much. I have it, I guess, under control, you could say. I practice every day. I calm my vibes, and every once in a while it comes back, but I pull myself out because I keep putting into my mind that, like this article says, you keep going back, but you just got to pull yourself back out of it and retrain your mind, focus on positivity. I know it's tough sometimes. I have a hard time sometimes too. And I just plow through it. I listen to Dr. Joseph Murphy, Danny G's writings. I start reading and listening to that, and it pulls me out of there. That's what I do for myself when I start feeling low, because it happens. I take medication because of a bad accident, and I get PTSD and I get low. But when I start focusing on my spirituality and God and know that He'll pull me out of that, I just got to follow those doors and keep repeating, and I'm okay. That changes your mind. You keep saying it, and it will change your mind. I know for a fact because it works for me. I get so low. Like, I can't explain how low I get. When I start reading something of spirituality, I usually go to Danny's stuff. I love it so much. Like, I'll read a short poem or something. I'm not going to say which ones. It's just, and it pulls me out. It happens to everybody. It doesn't matter if you're the most spiritual person on the planet. Things bother us because we're human. It's human emotions, and we just got to learn to control them and learn how to change your mindset by repetition. Just repeat the positivity. Whatever makes you happy, do that. Thank you so much for listening again, and until next week, have a beautiful week and have a beautiful day today.